watching David Graham's Sports Report.
And that was Haley.
And that was Haley Davenport.
The Sunday after Thanksgiving, the diner will be putting up their angel tree, and this is to help those in need this Christmas. We're taking names and donations right now. We also need angel volunteers to help us assist as many people as possible. Please give a first name, age, clothes size, and toy or need for the names turned in. We at the diner believe that it's a privilege and honor to be able to share the blessings of God, which has bestowed on us, especially this time of year. Remember also to think of the animals too, with the weather so cold. When Jesus tells us to care for the smallest of His, I believe He included all beings. The diner thanks you and asks that you pray for our angel program and those in need. And from the staff and management of the diner,
Happy holidays from your friends at the diner.
From all of us here at the diner on Jacksboro Pike.
Hello everybody, Dave Graham here with the Sports Report. Their heart's not in it, according to head basketball coach Matt Housley, who was visibly disappointed in his team's performance against the Highlanders of Scott High in Game 1 of the Maryville Classic down there, where the Cougars lost 68-57. No defense to speak of. They had at least 2 players in double figures, and it could have been worse for our Cougars. We at no time had a lead in this one, as Stephen Butts came out off the bus and he started hitting for the Highlanders and started the ball rolling. Our Cougars tried but couldn't keep up with them. There was a time when teams like the Highlanders were maybe a good practice for our boys in blue and orange, but those days are long gone, and now our Cougars sit at a dismal 5-9 and still 3-4 in district play. Trey Torres had 20, Seth Peebly had 13, Darren Gillenwater only had 11, but no one else stepped up, and again, especially to play any defense. Until we get a little more serious on the defensive side of things, we will not win many games, folks, even if it's a 2A school like Scott High. Again, we're supposed to own these teams, but we didn't. Now, they played the next day at 2:45 in the losers bracket against the Cherokees of McMinn County and won big. Everything was dropping for Trey Torres. At Darren Gillenwater and company, they won 90-68. That's a whole lot better. It was 22-18 Cougars at the end of the first quarter. It was all knotted up at 39 all at halftime. The fourth quarter is when Trey Torres went off. I mean, he went off. He had 11 points at the half, but he wound up with 30 at the end of the game. He reached the 1,000-point mark early in the third quarter. We congratulate him. He hit the back end of an old-fashioned 3. Darren Gillenwater also stepped up with 30. He had 20 at the end of the first half, and that's when Trey took over. They started face guarding Darren, giving him a little bit more serious looks, and that freed up Trey Torres along with Seth Peebly, who hit some big shots. He only came away with 8 points, but they were very big. Colby Stretch Bailey jumped on board with a career high of 10 points, and I'd say Matt Housley was feeling much better after this team stepped up and played much better in this game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They played great defense. Now, they will advance to play Monday at 2:30 against Franklin Road Academy, a good team, but if we play the way we did Saturday night with the defense and the offense coming around, we'll be out of there with another win. Now, we improved to 6-9 and counting. Now, they get back into district play January the 6th against Halls, who are a 3A school, and we may not get past these guys, especially if we don't play defense. Lady Cougars are still having all kinds of trouble finding a go-to girl. They lost at Sevierville Saturday, 48-24 against Pigeon Forge. Now, we can't get any scoring inside or outside, folks. You know, you don't win many games scoring 24 points. Now, they will play Monday, also at Monday, at 2:45, and we don't know who they'll play just yet, but you can follow it all on AM 1450, FM 100.9, and especially 1450WLAF.com, and they'll let you know who they play, where they play, and if it's online or what.
At Calvary Worship Center, Jesus is still the reason for the season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Dr. Carolina Curtis and the congregation of Calvary Worship Center behind Murphy's Gas in La Follette. Even during the holidays, bad things happen. Aren't you glad Vital Care is just a quick phone call away? Call 423-562-9370.
Wait a minute, are you Vital Care?
Yes, we are.
Oh, good.
From John Bond and the entire Vital Care family to yours, Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year.
The Blue Devils of Jellicoe will be in Harriman, and they'll play Rockwood on Monday at 10 a.m. and then it's against Harriman on Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. And then on Wednesday they will play Kingston also at 11:30 a.m. and they'll get back into regular district play at Oneida also January the 6th. And we have a new Jellicoe baseball schedule from new coach Rick Cox, and he will start out March the 9th at home against Coalfield. Coach Cox promises me these guys will be more competitive, so we're going to try to get up there and check these guys out. Now the Cougars have the new blue monster, it's what I'm calling it, out straightaway center field. You ought to see this thing, man. It's a pretty good looking field. A good hitter's eye background, if you will. New coach Chris Mays is getting his troops ready, and we're going to go up and have a sit down with Coach Mays and see what's coming up for the Cougar baseball team. And don't forget, we will bring you a boatload of games on our network this year. That is, if I'm able. We don't have their schedule yet, but once we do, we'll get it for you right here on the Sports Report, and especially CougarsRock.net. You know, any schedules I'm telling you about, you can go to CougarsRock.net, and I'd say I've got them on there. Jacksboro Middle School is in an after-Christmas tournament in Rockwood right now. They'll be home Monday, January the 5th, when they will face district foe Robertsville, where it will be 8th grade night. The Owls won't play again until Thursday, January the 8th, when they will travel to Clinton to face the Hawks down there. I may go down to this one. You know, all my family lives in Clinton, and I have a granddaughter that goes to Clinton Middle School. They have a brand new gym down there, and the coach wants to show it off. I want to go down plus to see my grandbabies. You know, Papa does have his priorities together. Morgan Quinn and Doug the Bossman Boshears have another tournament planned for January the 9th through the 11th. La Follette Winter Jam 2015. 5 age divisions, 5 and 6 on up to 11 and 14-year-old in both boys and girls, so it should be a pretty big tournament here. It's sponsored by the City of La Follette Parks and Recreation. You can call them at 423-562-9424, and they will start play Friday and go all through Saturday, I should say Sunday, with the championship game, and we'll be there to cover it all for you. And for more information, you can call Doug locally here at 423-871-0718, or again, you can call the Rec Center, and their number down there is 423-562-9424. Okay, that's a real quick look at today's sports. I thank you guys for being with us. You guys stay tuned. There's a whole lot more to come right here on WLAS.